Wherever the crowd goes, run the other direction. We're always wrong. Celine, Hemingway, Dos Passos. Good tough boys. I stayed close to the earth. The secret is in writing down one simple line after another. Gertrude Stein found that out. She said, you know, a rose is a rose is a rose. We know that old cornball. But Gertie's problem was she could only write down 2 or 3 lines. Then Hemingway came along, and he could only write down 2 or 3,000 lines, or 200 or 30,000 lines. Then he got boring. But the secret is still in the line. The secret is also in the containment and the enjoyment and the energy in the line. So what I've tried to do is remain within the simple line and also bring in a sense of humor, like a chorus girl dance, kicking up their legs and showing a bit of their cunts, but not too much, you know, up and down, you know, and they jump off the stage and here comes a new crew. What I'm trying to do is use the simple line and also inject a laughter through art, laughter through creation. Creation is not all that serious. Creation cannot be all that serious, except we're going to fall asleep. And I'm falling asleep now, talking about what it should be.
It's not the large things that send a man to a madhouse. Death he's ready for, or murder, incest, robbery, fire, flood. No, it's a continuing series of small tragedies that send a man to the madhouse. Not the death of his love, but a shoelace that snaps with no time left. So be careful when you bend over.
We are born like this, into hospitals which are so expensive that it's cheaper to die, into lawyers who charge so much it's cheaper to plead guilty, into a country where the jails are full and the madhouses closed, into a place where the masses elevate fools into rich heroes. Born into this, walking and living through this, dying because of this, castrated, debauched, disinherited because of this. The fingers reach toward an unresponsive God. The fingers reach for the bottle, the pill, the powder.
The tragedy of the leaves. I awakened to dryness and the ferns were dead. The potted plants yellow as corn. My woman was gone and the empty bottles, like bled corpses, surrounded me with their uselessness. The sun was still good, though, and my landlady's note crackled in fine and undemanding yellowness. What was needed now was a good comedian, ancient style, a jester with jokes upon absurd pain. Pain is absurd because it exists, nothing more. I shaved carefully with an old razor, the man who had once been young and said to have genius. But that's the tragedy of the leaves, the dead ferns, the dead plants. And I walked into the dark hall where the landlady stood, execrating and final, sending me to hell, waving her fat, sweaty arms and screaming, screaming for the rent, because the world had failed us both.